Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Star Trek Judgement Rites. When last we left off, we had a look at the room with the computer, and Kla came in while Spock was attempting a Vulcan mind meld with Puzzlewit, where we discovered that Puzzlewit's mind was such that she could just, learn all the information, verbatim, from the computer, without actually knowing what it all meant. Kla wants to make...
Captain, look. The feeding solution, it seems to be having a positive effect on the plants that were dying.
Hey, that's quite good.
The nutrient additive is making these fruit-bearing plants grow at an astonishing rate.
That's pretty excellent. So, we had in fact fixed this keg full of nutrients that appeared to be contaminated, mostly by using Jakesy's blocks to enrich the nutrients that were being fed into the mixture. And we'd also basically discovered that this aide here wants really to punch someone. Specifically one of us. This aide is really, really itching for a fight, whereas Kla seems like a very reasonable Klingon. I like Kla. I don't like his aide, but I certainly do like Kla. We're gonna wait a little longer, I think. We need to wait and see how much more this thing grows. There's not really much we can do otherwise. I can just imagine Kla just sort of watching as we just stand here waiting for a plant to grow. But hey, these are the things that Federation captains do. They sit around and wait for things to grow. Also want to make sure that that's like that. I still think it is.
Save, replace.
And we also want to save. And wait. Action-packed waiting! It will grow eventually. In fact, we might even leave the room and then come back. Let's do that. Has it made a difference? Yes, it has.
This fresh fruit looks and smells delicious. Ruby red and perfectly ripe.
Let's scan it first, just to make sure it's not poisonous or something. We still have that wire, though.
Unprocessed organic produce of high nutrient value to most humanoid races.
Well, let's grab one. Always useful to have.
The red fruit comes free easily, dropping into your hand like it belongs there.
Ooh. It's almost like it's been designed for that purpose. Hello again. Yes, indeed. That is a plant. You may all look in awe at the plant as we move on. Mainly this way. We do need to get some food after all. Or at least to see if the food is much the same. Hello! How are you again? We're just gonna look around.
A computer terminal with various access ports, a scanning rod, and a workspace.
This place looks pretty good.
An unremarkable piece of furniture offering nothing but a flat surface from which to eat while standing up.
Fair enough. Anything else?
A mechanized food delivery and recycling system not unlike what you see every day aboard the Enterprise.
Oh, well, this place does have some pretty good tech parts anyway. Anything else?
A wan-looking female stands dejectedly, her shoulders slumped. Her whole appearance expresses deep worry and bone-crushing weariness.
There is something wrong here.
Bones seems to find these facilities of particular interest, especially the medical area.
Oh, that's a medical area, is it?
The lieutenant is concerned by the weary look on the face of the person in the room.
Fair enough.
The Vulcan scrutinizes the room, finding it functional but with little to spark the interest of his analytical mind.
That's fair.
The captain is unmoved by the appearance of this room.
Oh, I did not want to write a piece of dialogue to describe how Captain Kirk felt here.
A Klingon officer whose direct and intense expression never wavers.
I think that's unchanged.
A Klingon crewman wearing a look of disdain and distrust.
Fair enough, let's talk to them first.
Don't worry, Captain Kirk. If I have something to say to you, I'll speak up. You can be quite sure of that.
Fair enough. Let's talk to everyone here.
The food supply may be at the crux of the problem on the ship. I recommend a close examination of the ship's food whenever possible.
Indeed.
Captain, it appears that the inhabitants of this ship take it as given that food and medication go naturally together. With all respect to Dr. McCoy, I would dislike having a physician medicating all food that passed my lips.
There is something wrong going on here.
Captain, I'm seeing all these people as being under medication, or needing to be. And they're all unhealthy in one way or another. It really doesn't surprise me that they associate food and medicine. Their veins are probably always swimming with some chemical stew.
That's no good.
Captain, I think that woman looks like someone we should talk with.
Indeed, but let's scan everything first. Why not?
This appears to be a kind of all-purpose first aid station and medical dispensary with computer-aided diagnostics.
Knowing the computer that's currently running everything? That's not good.
Captain, from the configuration of equipment here, it is possible for someone to use this machine as a workstation and prepare medicine for someone who, for example, would be unable to come to the station for treatment.
Oh! We could use it potentially to, treat Puzzlewit? Maybe? Who knows? Let's scan this.
This mechanized food delivery and recycling system is similar to the Enterprise's system. One significant difference is that it includes a scanning feature on the person making the request for food. I also note that the machinery accepts used dishes and reusable materials for recycling, since this ship is a narrowly enclosed system.
Makes sense.
Captain, of the various mental conditions we have seen among the inhabitants of this ship, most, although not all, have been non-violent. Dr. McCoy may need to examine this data further, but I believe through the food dispenser, the individuals aboard this ship are regularly medicated, often tranquilized.
That's a good logical conclusion there. What have we got here?
A metal and plastic construct, slightly over a meter high, built into the floor.
Well, I didn't know what I was expecting there. We should scan this with the medical.
I'm just a simple country doctor, not a magician. There are some things I just can't fix.
Okay, sorry. We'll scan the woman.
A female, just moving into middle age. Her overall level of health is fairly good. Vital signs are down marginally, and mental readings indicate a chemical array typical of severe depression. However, there are high levels of tranquilizing chemicals in her bloodstream.
Ah. Well, we might as well talk to her.
Hi there, I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Who are you?
That's a pretty nice greeting.
Are you feeling all right, ma'am? Can you tell me what the problem is?
That's also not a bad response.
You look so sad. Would it help to tell us why you look so down?
I think we should just introduce ourselves.
Hi there, I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Who are you?
Let's find out who she is.
I'm called Maul. My son is Stan Bob, and I failed him. I feel so badly. I'm a terrible mother.
Ah, so you're Stan Bob's mum.
The woman's eyes brim with tears and she can't continue the conversation.
Oh. Let's try again.
Hi there, I'm Captain James T. Kirk of the Starship Enterprise. Who are you?
Let's start with asking what's wrong.
Are you feeling all right, ma'am? Can you tell me what the problem is?
Let's find out what's up.
I'm a bad mother. I tried to do right, get him what he wants and needs. Just so depressed. Everything died.
Everything died?
Who died? What died? I'd like to help if I can.
McCoy, I don't think it's something you can help with.
I did it. I'm a bad person. Killed all the plants, and now they don't produce anymore. I'm not worthy to have a good son like him.
Ah, the plants. Will we fix that?
A mother's job can be difficult. I'm sure you did your best for your son. Would you care to tell me about it?
We do have these plants.
Why do you think you were the one who killed the plants? Have you even looked in on them recently? What if someone showed you that you were wrong?
Ooh, that could work.
A mother's job can be difficult. I'm sure you did your best for your son. Would you care to tell me about it?
Let's, show her that it's wrong.
Why do you think you were the one who killed the plants? Have you even looked in on them recently? What if someone showed you that you were wrong?
Like we are about to do so.
I'm eating what the phase makes for me, so I'm just resting. I'm tired, and I really don't feel like doing anything. I'd be so happy to know my boy could have safe food again. It's better for him than what the phase provides, I think. But I killed the plants. They're dead, and I can't make them better.
We made them better.
The woman's eyes brim with tears and she can't continue the conversation.
Let's make her feel a lot better by showing her that we've made the plants work again.
You got the plants to give fruit again, and I'd given up. Oh, I'm so happy. But I don't want to eat this. My son loves fruit, can't get enough, and I want him to have this. Please take it to him. He should be playing in the sleeping hall. I've warned him about not talking to strangers, but it's all right if you do so. You can tell him I said it was okay.
Thank you, Maul. Thank you. We have your permission now to go and tell him that we can talk to him. Excellent. Excellent. Is that a pen? Do we need that pen? We do not need that pen, but it looked like a pen. Let's go over here and see what we can do with Stan Bob here. Stan Bob looks like he might have some information. Let's actually talk to Stan Bob.
Hi there, remember me?
Indeed.
Uh-huh. I remember. You wanted to ask me about something.
I did.
Tell me about Tuscan and his friends.
That's a good question.
Tell me about the playroom.
That's another good question.
Tell me about your mom.
Ah.
I think that's all for now, Stan Bob. Go on back to what you were doing. Maybe we can talk later.
Let's talk about his mum.
Tell me about your mom.
Her name's Maul. She takes care of the garden, but she gets real sad a lot. She brings me fresh fruit. Says it's good for me. I like fresh fruit, whole bunches. She hasn't brought me any in a while, and what I put away in a secret place isn't looking good anymore.
No, it's probably not.
Tell me about Tuscan and his friends.
That's a good question.
Tuscan and his friends aren't nice to me. They're nice to my mom because they trust her, though. She's the only one that brings them food. Sometimes she brings me safe food, too, but she hasn't lately. I get pretty hungry because the safe food I put away in a secret place isn't any good anymore.
So that would explain why some of the people around Tuscan are actually pretty healthy, too.
Tell me about Tuscan and his friends. Tell me about the playroom.
That's a good thing to ask about.
It's through there, through the east door. Tuscan and his friends have taken it over. They play mean, except they don't play mean to my mom. That's on account of they think she won't let the food be bad.
Indeed.
Tell me about the food.
Tell me about the food.
The food out of the machines can make me feel really sleepy and not very good. Mom says it's because of the stuff they put in the food. Tuscan says it's poison and won't take any food from anyone but my mom. I put some good food away in a secret place, but the food doesn't look so good anymore.
I have food for you.
Do you want to see?
Yeah, why not?
Sure, why don't you show us? No, I don't think... I think that's all for now, Stan. Sure, why don't you show us?
Why don't you show us? Yeah.
The youngster opens a hidden cabinet near him, and a sour smell like rotting fruit flows from the opening.
Ugh.
See, it went bad.
It did. Let's have a look at that food.
This lump of decaying muck no longer offers any appeal as a tasty meal, but you can recognize that's what it once was.
We do want that food. Actually, we probably also want to scan that food, too. Let's see exactly what it was.
Decomposing organics, Captain, including alkaloid compounds.
Ooh, we might want that. I don't think he's going to object.
It's slippery, sloppy, stinky, and goopy, but you collect what's there into a large specimen bag.
More importantly, let's give him some good food.
This is for me? Wow, thank you. Mom would really be happy. She has been so sad about not being able to give me what I like to eat. Even though I told her it was okay, she was really, really sad. Now she'll be really happy. Thank you.
No problem, Stan Bob. Excellent. We did a good thing there. We need to get to the bottom of this food thing. It seems to be what's basically going on here. We need to find out what's going on, because there is something really wrong here. Is there anything nearby that could, what is that? Oh, hello again. How are you?
A mechanized food delivery and recycling system not unlike what you see every day aboard the Enterprise.
Anything else around here?
An unremarkable piece of furniture.
We could use the machine.
The machine whirs, lights blink, and a pre-packaged container of food is deposited on the tray.
Well, we could see what that is. Let's scan it. Oh dear.
The youngster Stambob comes to the doorway.
Hello, Stambob.
Mom, these nice people got me some fruit. It's fresh and everything, so you don't need to be sad anymore.
That's nice of Maul to hear.
Son, I'm so glad. It means the plants are healthy again, and you won't have to eat food I'm not sure is good for you. Thank you, strangers.
No problem, Maul.
I'm going back to my room, Mom. But I wanted you to know.
Isn't Stambob nice? Let's have a look at what's in this box. I dread to think.
Nothing unusual about that object, Captain.
Oh, let's just get it then, I suppose. And then scan it?
The box of prepared food is light and compact.
Okay. Now shall we scan it?
A reprocessed cellulose-based container with prepared nutritional components inside, appropriate as a meal for one individual. In addition, the food appears to be laced with a variety of drugs, which Dr. McCoy could better analyze than I.
Yes, he could. Let's...
Standard issue medical...
No, I don't want you to scan it with that tricorder. I want to use the medical tricorder on the food.
As a meal, the food in this little box is a tad high in carbohydrates by human nutritional standards. Still, it would supply about 1/4 to 1/3 of a day's average caloric needs, and includes protein, fats, fiber, a bit of spices and flavorings. There are also drugs in the food, some of which we added, you know. It's quite heavy on the alkaloid tranquilizers.
That is not good. Those are not good whatsoever. We need to start thinking about what we're going to do with this food. What other machines are there here?
A computer terminal with various access ports, a scanning rod, and a workspace.
What is this machine?
An unremarkable piece of furniture offering nothing but a flat surface from which to eat while standing up.
What about this machine?
A large machine made from a red metal.
Oh, that's not very descriptive.
A large machine made from a red metal.
There's not a lot really we can think about doing in this room, I think. I mean, we don't know what this room does, what this machine does. There's only one way to find out, I suppose, and that's to put things on it. I mean, after all, it is something of use here. Everything here seems to have a use.
No, I don't think that's necessary.
Oh, I don't think that's necessary either. Ooh, this is necessary, apparently.
A light scans the food box and the computer screen lights up.
Okay.
The food in this box has been prepared with standard quantities of tranquilizing alkaloids, calmatives, and euphorics. The drugs and chemicals added in preparation cannot be extracted without degradation of their potency.
That is interesting. Could we put what's left of this food here?
A light scans the reeking glop, and the computer screen lights up.
Okay.
The alkaloids present in this organic mass can be reduced to a high-potency tranquilizer. The undesirable emetics and purgatives can be eliminated. The resultant drug should be mixed with prepared food and eaten to produce a soporific effect. Do you wish to prepare the specified tranquilizer from this mix?
You know what? That could be quite useful.
No, skip it. We'll just put this away and go on to something else.
Yeah, we'll just take this goop and put it back in my pocket.
Yes, continue.
Yes, please.
Done. The drug is prepared. Bring over the food you wish dosed with the drug, and the tranquilizer will be added.
That is a heavy tranquilized food we're going to make here.
A light scans the food box and the computer screen lights up.
The food in this box has been the high-potency dosage of
Go ahead.
No, we don't want to do this.
No, I don't think we...
No. Just thought about something. Remember the fact that we could do it with this food, but the people in the playroom do not trust the actual food from the boxes, do they? They only trust the fruit. We want to put the fruit with the actual, that's what we want to do. We want to actually use tranquilizers on the fruit.
The red fruit comes free easily, dropping into your hand like it belongs there.
Okay. Let's use the tranquilizers on this, shall we? After all, if we're gonna try and get access to that playroom more directly, which I think is what we need to do right now, we're going to have to make sure that we have to deal with Tusken. We really need to... Hello again, how are you? We're just gonna do this, don't mind us.
A light scans the fruit and the computer screen lights up.
Okay.
Ripe Varagoa fruit has minor healing properties when ingested. It is a high-quality nutrient source. When the fruit decays, under enclosed conditions, it may produce tranquilizing alkaloids. Although these are often accompanied by emetic and purgative-producing compounds.
Basically, it can be a tranquilizer when it rots, but it'll smell.
The dose of alkaloid tranquilizer you have prepared cannot be mixed with this substance.
It can't be?
Are you seeking relief for yourself or for another?
For myself.
Interesting. This might not be what I want.
For another. No, skip it. We'll just...
Maybe I actually do need to use the actual other food. We'll sort it, though. We'll sort it. One way or another, we'll sort it. I thought you'd be able to mix them, but then again, maybe not. Maybe you can only mix stuff that the actual ship has made. So, when we come back, folks, our plan to tranquilize probably Tusken by this rate, maybe, will shortly come to fruition. Get it? Fruition? I don't even think Clar would laugh at that one. His aide definitely wouldn't. I apologize, Captain Clar. So, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.